Well, how y'all are? It's your buddy George Jones over at the Bergen Gun Range with my next installment on self-defense with a shotgun. So last time on how to fight with a shotgun, we talked about uh, some of the defensive shotgun drills that you would use, firing from the hip, load one, shoot one, or replenishment drills. This time we're going to talk about the pistol grip pump shotgun. Now I have this guy. Now this is not a Shockwave. This in fact is a class 3 weapon. This is a what's classified as an AOW. That's a pistol grip shotgun with a barrel shorter than 18 inches and an overall length of less than 26 inches. So this is classified as an AOW, and I actually have a tax stamp for this gun and on a Form 5, and this is in fact a registered class 3 weapon. But it's pistol grip shotgun. So we're going to talk about pistol grip shotgun for a minute. Now, there's a couple of problems with pistol grip shotguns. One of them is the pistol grips are generally not very ergonomically made. For instance, the original pistol grip that comes on a Mossberg 20, 12, it's just unshootable. The grip angle is all wrong. It doesn't have any palm support to it, and it takes a heck of a man to shoot that thing more than 3 or 4 times. You get kind of tired of it kind of quick. That hand starts to hurt. That area between the web of your hand and your index finger knuckle, between your thumb and index finger, it really wears it out. The best one that I found so far is this Tommy gun grip shaped one that has a little bit more palm support in it. It puts a little bit more pressure on the heel of your hand. I believe this one is from Adventure Line. It doesn't say on there, but I believe the manufacturer is Adventure Line. Originally, this gun had a Mossberg style pistol grip on it, and you just couldn't shoot it. The bird's head grip of the Shockwave and the TAC 14 that mimics the shape of the original stock, which puts your hand at this angle, is a little bit more manageable than the pistol grip. The AOW rules that govern this gun keep me from putting the Shockwave grip on it, because it has to have pistol grip on it as opposed to something else, and can't have a stock on it, and can't put a arm brace type deal on it. So it has to be in this configuration. With having that been said, let's try the old pistol grip shotgun out and look at some of the methods by which we would shoot it. Now, one of the things you don't ever want to do is try and pick up the front sight on a pistol grip shotgun by putting it up at eye level. That's not going to work out for you. It's just not. I might be able to do it, but you might wind up at the hospital getting x-rays and a cast on your face too. So how do you use it? Well, you use it with your hand and eye coordination. You look at what you want to shoot at, and then you use your fingers and your hands in coordination with calibration or triangulation with your brain, and see if you can't bring the two together. So I'm going to shoot this guy one time at the really badly shot up target stand that's down there. Okay, so you want to get away from this and bring your hand down a little bit. Bring the gun up into like the hip tuck position without a stock. Okay? You want to make sure that you've got your hands, your fingers, all the way up on the forearm, and don't get caught back here like this, trapping your little finger between the front of the receiver and the back of the forearm and pinching the hide off of it when you pump it. Okay? Bring it up here, look at what it is you're going to shoot, and boom, like that. Now, I've practiced quite a bit with this gun, so, you know, I've got some idea. The trick to being good with these things is practicing. You got to take it out the range and wear that hand out and burn those shells. You know, pretty much just like that. That's what you got to do. That's the only way you can do it. Okay, is develop the hand and eye coordination. Everybody had to learn to ride a bicycle, and everybody had to learn to drive a nail. Okay, and it was a little sketchy in the beginning. Okay, point shooting like this with a pistol grip shotgun is the same thing. It's a little sketchy in the beginning, but you get to where you can do it. Okay, and that was hit just exactly where I wanted it to hit. Okay, but in the beginning, it's a little sketchy. Now, what's the advantages of having a pistol grip shotgun? Well, the primary advantage to having one is it ain't as big as a regular shotgun. It don't have all this stock back here on it. So you can carry this thing around in your vehicle, you know, had it slid under the bed or in next to a cabinet or a chest of drawers or something in your house, and it not occupy very much space and be very obvious. And it's pretty easy to manage inside of a building. Okay, so if you're turning corners and searching and funneling and trying to root out somebody that's somewhere where they're not supposed to be, you know, it's handy to have this gun because you can get it back here like this, you know, and do a little serious stalking without having to extend your weapon out away from you and maybe have it grabbed out of your hands. Okay, so there's a certain advantage to it. The main disadvantage is it's not very accurate, and it takes a long time and a lot of ammunition to get to where you're really competent with it. Okay, so, you know, it's just like that. You have to take the gun and practice. You got to learn to drive that nail the first time, and you've got to learn to ride that bicycle the first time. And using the pistol grip shotgun is one of those things that it's an acquired skill, and it's a perishable skill. You got to take it out and try it out every once in a while. Make sure it's still working for you. Okay? Now, the Shockwave. We previously demonstrated the Shockwave on a video, and we found that it was possible to break clay pigeons with a Shockwave. Okay? So, how do you do that? Well, you have to be a good shot to begin with. Okay? And then you have to draw down a little bit tighter and be a little quicker. But it's possible to do everything within a reasonable range with a pistol grip shotgun that you would normally do with a regular and conventional shotgun. So what it comes down to, and my message today is simple. If you've got a pistol grip shotgun, you desire to use a pistol grip shotgun, then you're going to have to take it out and develop your skill with it. Okay? You're going to take the principles that you have to go with a regular shotgun and start applying them to this. You have to develop your hand and eye coordination in such a way that you don't have to bead down the barrel of a gun to hit it. You can simply hit it from the hip. Okay? Like that. Just like that. So you just, you know, and the way you do this is you practice it over and over. You look at what it is you want to hit. You bring the gun up as near as you can figure to being on target to what you want to hit, and then try it. Okay? And I'm just wiring that little 6-inch shooting C at 15 yards, just wiring it out down there. But I have thousands of rounds of practice. Okay? Thousands and thousands of rounds of practice with this kind of gun. Now, we had these when I was on CERT. We had them, they were 870s. They were called Ninjas. Okay? And they were a pistol grip, 4-shot, 870 pump shotgun, you know, that they had a company modify for them. And they had a little standoff device on the end of it, so it would stand the muzzle off from the door in case you wanted to breach with regular shotgun ammunition. Okay, and they were pretty effective as an entry tool, as an entry gun. I don't ever recall one actually being used in an incident, but we trained with them pretty extensively and got to where you could handle a pump shotgun pretty easily, you know, of that configuration and actually hit something with it. You know, but it's hard, and it's hard on your hand. Okay, you got to look for an ergonomic grip. So if you've got an 870, you can get a pretty good grip to go on an 870. It's made by Pachmayr. Kind of reminds you of the grip configuration of a big end frame Pachmayr grip, you know. This is not a bad grip from Adventure Line. It's not a bad grip. It's pretty manageable. I've seen some of them out there that were just absolutely atrocious, and there's actually some grip configurations that are worse than the original Mossberg. Okay, so this guy holds 5 with 1 in battery. I keep it around the house loaded with #1 buckshot. Pretty effective stuff. You know, we're shooting birdshot down here, but that's something to think about on the pistol grip configuration shotgun. You know, you carry this thing on a single point sling on your 4-wheeler, you know, or something like that. That's another thing. It's really good around vehicles. It's convenient to carry on a vehicle. Well, that's about the size of it for this installment of Fighting Shotgun, or How to Defend Yourself with a Shotgun. We'll have another one in a few days. All right then, we'll see y'all.